I can't take any decent photo with this camera right here. Oh, I'm feeling bored. Right, I need something to reignite my passion of photography. How about a very, very cheap camera? Ooh. Okay, right. There is a very, very cheap camera. And it's Prime Day. There is a deal. Let's do this. It's got a lot of good reviews. It must be good then. So let's see what I can achieve with this guy then. Buy now. So I just ordered it, so it should arrive pretty soon because it is a Prime, right? Oh my God, that is quick. Amazon for you. Right, let's open this box and see what this is like. So this is it. This is the camera. Simply say digital camera. There's no brand. And let's see what key feature it has said on the box. Okay, it's called 4K Ultra HD video. Nice. Oh my God, 48 megapixel resolution, higher than any cameras I have so far. Wow, this would be the highest resolution camera I've owned. It's got autofocus. Nice. A flash. Anti-shake. Is this some sort of IBIS? Powerful zoom 16 times. My God, that's a lot of zoom, right? It's got beauty face. Maybe it's good for me. And face detection. Wow. This guy is amazing. Well, let's charge it up and take it out for a spin. Hi, welcome back. It's Cheng here from RED35. As you can see that I am testing one of the cheapest cameras you can get on Amazon. Yes, I ordered this camera just hoping that it would inspire me to do some photography because I've been photographing non-stop professionally for the last 3.5 months, every single day, and I got a little bit tired and a little bit repetitive, and everything just got a bit boring. So hopefully that a cheaper, more primitive camera would do something good for me. But remember also, I said that if you're a professional photographer, if you're a talented photographer, you can shoot with any camera. So I'm hoping that I can prove that with this guy right here. And for the purpose of today's video, just how much exactly I pay for this camera? Well, it's a grand total of £65, including straps, cap, pouch, and 2 batteries. Believe me, it is that cheap. Anyway, I'm going to show you exactly what this guy can or cannot do. And then, yeah, let's go. So I've chosen the hottest day to do this video for you guys. See how much I sacrifice myself just for you. Anyway, right, joking aside, this camera really shocks me in a very, very bad way. And the first and the most critical one is this camera deletes your photo. Yep, you heard that right. Deletes your photo. So like I said, I've used this camera for about 2.5 weeks now, and I've shot not a lot, but probably about 200 to 300 photos. But all I got from the memory card is about, brace for the number, 87. When I plug it to Lightroom, all it can ever recognize is 87 photos. That is absolutely absurd. So I don't know where the other photos gone. And I did try to use some of these like memory card recovery program to see if I can see anything else. And it did. The recovery program found about 10 or 15 more photos from the memory card, which I managed to rescue, but the rest are gone. So where are the other like 100 photos that I photographed? It's absolutely gone. I have no idea how that would happen to modern day digital camera. It's just absolutely crazy. And something that I was absolutely in shock because I've never seen any cameras like this would delete your photos. Whether it's going to be programming issues, whether it's going to be firmware issues, I'm not entirely sure whether it's just simply a faulty unit, but I doubt it very much. But yeah, I lost photos because of this, which is not good.
love was holding all the cards and always kept me in the dark. I never thought I could shake this heartache until I saw your light, and it's got me feeling like.
So second thing I want to talk to you guys about is autofocus, right? This guy's autofocus is, how would I put it? It's worse than the very first autofocus lens made by Canon. Well, I don't know how many of you actually remember that, but anyway, it takes about 2 to 3 seconds to acquire any sort of decent focusing. That is slow. That is slow in 2024. And I don't know how those positive 5-star reviews come from, but anyway, the autofocus is almost like non-existent. And worse still, because of how slow it is, I couldn't get any decent kind of like moment shot that I really want to capture on the street. And I thought maybe I will have a chance to disable the autofocus and just use manual focus, just basically preset a focusing distance and just snap focus, like using hyperfocus, whatever, you know, like all the techniques I have in my arsenal, right? No, you cannot disable autofocus. So that means you're stuck with this 2 to 3 second delay every single time. And I haven't even mentioned about the shutter lag. So shutter lag is another big problem with this. It's about, I would say, half a second to maybe 3/4 of a second, which is huge in any camera's term. So first of all, you got about like 2 to 3 second AF delay. Then you got another second, almost a second delay in the shutter lag itself. So before you can actually capture anything, you kind of have to time yourself about 4 seconds, leave about 4 seconds to do anything. And even with that, you know, the accuracy is going to be really horrible because you can't capture that moment that you want as a photographer because you just don't know when the camera is going to react or, you know, take a shot. You just have absolutely no idea. And that is really, really bad. So that means that this camera is really mainly just reserved for stills photography. There's no movement whatsoever. Speaking of movement, yes, another bad thing about this guy here is the rolling shutter. The sensor is very, very slow to the point that, you know, if you do a little bit of a panning shot, everything is going to go, yeah, wonky. Wonky is the word. Yeah, wonky. Yeah, no good, no good. And because of that, you know, you can forget about any sort of videoing because like the rolling shutter is so bad. If you do any sort of horizontal movement on the video, you're gonna see all sort of swaying kind of horrible thing going around the thing. I'll come back to the video side in a minute, but you know, just so much rolling shutter that I think that once again, this camera is only good if you're staying still, photographing something is not moving. That's including yourself and the camera. Nothing, no movement. Then you probably can get a shot. It's really bad. It's just a bad start. As we are talking about jello-y, wallowy, rolling shutter thing, we must well talk a little about the video feature as well. What, remember at the start of the video I said that this guy can do 4K? Forget about it. 4K is absolutely rubbish, and it's better to stick with 1080. And to be honest, you know, 4K, I don't think the processor is capable enough to resolve anything, and also like I said, the sensor is too slow, so it's just too much to handle, and I don't think you can get any sort of thing decent, to be quite honest. Everything is choppy, and it's almost like skip frame, you know, like everything just looks horrible in 4K. You can forget about it. And also, they said that AF would continue to track people, you know, facial tracking and things like that. It does have an option in the menu to do that. forget it too. It doesn't do that, and it's just horrible. I can't get anything focused on my face, and yeah, actually it's quite funny to say that, because there is a little bit of a depth of field here. So like even with a tiny sensor like this, and so my face was never focused, and no matter how I do it, adjust it, pre-focus it, anything, I just can't get anything decent. So forget it. Forget about vlogging with this guy here. You can't even plug in external mic anyway, and the internal mic is quite horrible, to be quite honest. There's nothing that I would say is usable. So video sucks too, which is bad. So far so bad. Well, I can go worst, and this guy is definitely the worst, and I mean it properly and officially. This is the worst camera I have ever used in my entire life. Full stop. I don't care how cheap it is, even my kids, like, one of those kiddie photo kind of little camera thing, that is still better than this, because they use snap focus. There's no autofocus there. That means I can still take a shot even though there is a little bit of shutter delay there. But this guy, oh come on, just forget about the AF, just give me manual focus, or maybe just using snap focus. Give me an f8 aperture, just shoot all day. I can do that. But no, this is horrible. This is absolutely unusable. The JPEG images come out from it is over sharpened. I don't know, where they say 48 megapixel. I can see the numbers on the screen, but it looks to me it's almost like interpolated, and then you use a lot of sharpening to create that kind of false impression that you have a very high resolution shot. And I mean it, if you punch in to do pixel peeping, it looks horrible, disgusting, in fact, the word. So images is bad, the video is bad, AF sucks, video is non-existent. What else is good with this guy here? Maybe the look. The look is actually not too bad. Oh, speaking of the look, well, the front, it may look like it has a really big front element here. That means look like a proper glass, right? I could actually untwist it to show you exactly what's inside. The tiny little thing, unbelievable. So this is another false impression here, another kind of superficial, deceiving look for the camera. Not the best, not the best. It does give you the look though, but apart from that, it's absolutely horrendous. So I think you get my point, and I also failed terribly to demonstrate that I can use any camera to take any decent photograph. And this is for the very first time I can't take any decent photo with this camera right here. I can't believe it. I thought I could do something spectacular with this guy here, and I thought this may also be able to reignite my passion for photography after this boredom that I have experienced in the last 3.5 months. No, this is not the case. Not the case. Highly not recommended. So get this concludes today's video on my quest to use a cheap camera, or the cheapest camera I could find on Amazon, to do some decent photography. Cheap camera doesn't always work. Now I learned my lessons. That means the next time if I do any cheap camera review or cheap camera challenge, I need to make sure that it can first take a photo. This guy is a camera, but I don't think it's a camera, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it's something that I don't think I'll ever use again. Maybe I'll just paint it something pink or fluorescent yellow, just as a prop somewhere. There you go. This guy is absolutely rubbish, horrible. I'm not recommend it. But I do have a affiliate link down below if you want to check it out. Give yourself a challenge. We can make any decent shot with this guy here. Let me know. And yeah. And don't forget, once again, don't forget, this guy will lose your photos as well. So don't think that you can actually take a photo and take it home. No, this is not the case. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and you know what to do now. Thumb if you like this video, and sub if you want to stay in touch with all things photography and my vlogs around London and around the world. Until next time, see you very soon. Bye for now. Peace. Right, last photo before I head home will be the Tower Bridge. Let's do something here. Okay, flip the screen. There we go. Go back, and let's see. There we go. Come on, focus, focus. Wow. almost 3 seconds delay in the autofocus confirmation. Whew. In bright daylight, this should be instant, right? Yeah. Limitation. I wish they have a manual focus option there. So it's just basically pre-focus to infinity and just snap away. And that's it. That would be good. That would be really good. So a couple of things I would suggest. Probably pre-focus and also time yourself and hope for the best.